Hello and welcome back. I have part 3 to my series to understand eventually. I got with my ex-partner in early 2013 around August, and the first experience of devaluation and silent treatment took place around the period of the 8th and the 9th of February 2014. Sharing my writing below now, years later, brings back the memories of how this topsy-turvy manipulation ship, I won't call it a relationship, was with my ex. It was like a tap she controlled, turning on and off at her whim. Why do humans have cruelty within them? Once again, I find myself hoping to be able to salvage something because I believed and trusted there was something deep and meaningful. And tonight it's over again. Nobody will truly understand how I wanted something to work out. I am a deep feeling person, even with the words used to deride me and to make me feel like shit when this person has done well for this moment. On Friday it was a beautiful time. Tonight it's like I'm talking to a darkness that seems to just want to strike out cold, utterly foreign to me. This type of thing makes me want to stay single for good. I put too much of myself into this, cause I go into things with 100% invested. But being single and staying that way is the best. There is no hurt or pain. I just didn't expect tonight to happen, but in the morning I will just get up again and start my day all over again and continue to live. Just with a heavy heart and an understanding that I am better off single. I do believe in love, all forms of it. I believe in feelings and the human heart. I penned the following during the first of many silent treatments that were inflicted by me from my ex-partner. This was penned the day after Valentine's Day in 2014, so it would be February 15. I walked along the Sydney Harbour foreshore yesterday, and on Valentine's Day I found couples in various repose of companionship, besotted with each other and by the moment. A beautiful night under the bridge overlooking the skyline of a glorious Sydney cove. Love has one meaning, one aim. Love is the fusing of a simple look of desire, tendrils of touch, and above all, abiding respect. At the age of 35 I learnt a thing or two about love. I learnt something integral. Each couple or past were in a state of bliss, lost within themselves, hugging and kissing each other, or whispering and touching each other as they smiled and laughed, sharing their own personal moments. I learnt that romanticism is not about the quantity of gifts, but of the quality of love. It is about the revealing of yourself and opening yourself to another person and accepting each other. So I penned this quick little poem. Love does not worry if you are straight or gay. Love does not care if you are blind or mute. Love provides in good times and bad times. If you trust and respect the one that you are with, if you admire that person with your thoughts and your heart, if you respect what that person stands for and says. Love is not about taking for taking sakes. Love is about giving and opening your heart to receive. Love is about backing each other. I watched love flow this weekend in people around me. It is real. It is true. It just is. Thoughts on Fear, originally posted on the April the 2nd, 2014. Fear is such a powerful tool to wield and to harness. We all have felt that moment and that time once or more than once in our lives, and where we have feared the unknown, a person or something different. And yet many a time we have overcome those fears and moved forward. I only feared many things, and yet those fears were created within myself, and when I was ready to let go of them, I did. There is no greater disaster than fearing the outside or fearing your own capabilities. To understand that different isn't bad, for that is what life is about. We are all different to each other, and yet we are also so similar. I've come to the point in my life that fear is not a driving force for me. It never should have been. During another period of on and off silent treatments by my now ex, I penned this post originally on May the 3rd, 2014. I have made many mistakes in my past and learnt things and aspects from each mistake. It's a symphony of comprehending of oneself when you realise an ending is not as sad as it once would have been. When you go through it over and over. We spoke of creating a future together, but I learned a lot from this past relationship. You cannot create a future with someone who is still mired in the past, and that for me, I can only let go and move forward. I was called a narcissist by someone when they said they cared for me. I had to look up the meaning of the word because I had never heard that before until then. And the explanation for me was definitely not me. I could not resonate with it. If my improvements and my sense of belonging and self-worth is characterized that way by some, so be it. But I can no longer be judged by someone I simply have supported without critique. I don't want someone to have an ego trip because I don't do that type of thing. I want someone to make me feel even worse when something goes wrong. If I am to make a mistake, it is mine to make, and in all I am a better man for this experience, and I will learn from it as I learned from so many other prior situations, good and bad. Sometimes some things and some relationships simply cannot and will not work out. It is by that very nature like ships in an ephemeral ocean. I shared the following originally on August the 19th, 2015. I was just starting to know about narcissism, researching it, and was questioning if I was in a toxic relationship with a narcissistic individual, in a relationship that was going nowhere. This quote by Elisa Tabor Stephenson really resounded for me. Disappointment to a noble soul is like cold water to a burning metal. It strengthens, tempers, intensifies, but never destroys it. Love exists. Each one of us is able to feel it, to have it, and to be its light at some stage of our lives. Love is defined differently to each person. It has a meaning in each dictionary very different to one another. That is the real beauty of love. We all feel it differently. We all understand it differently in our own mode. For me, at the ebb of a relationship that enriched me and made me grow as a person and as a soul, I know what love is and what it isn't for me. It is accepting of each other, faults and all, but not trying to change the other person, being proud to be seen to associate with your partner online, in public. Understanding disagreements happen, but having the will to communicate and to overcome differences perceived or real. Not flinching away from the touch of your partner, but embracing it, accepting that each other's lives will change, and to go with the flow, being real with each other, open, honest and loyal, taking out doubts, no cheating, no flirting with another person, saying I love you, and only saying it if you really feel it in your soul, not lip service. It isn't employing silent treatment to hurt intentionally, on and off, cold and mechanical fits and starts, flirting openly with another person, not your partner, having ongoing doubts, walking on emotional eggshells and feeling like you're a disappointment, in an argument using words and subjects that your partner has issues with as a weapon, a one-sided communicative approach, my way or the highway. Originally shared on August 24th, 2015. I'm reading Ross Rosenberg's book, The Human Magnet Syndrome: Why We Love People Who Hurt Us, for a second time, and with more insight and more understanding of my experience. I've done many mistakes and said some wrong things. I have changed as a person. In the last few weeks, while counselling and determination to be a better person psychologically and physically, I am becoming a better person today. I cannot but apologize for my past, but I will not repeat it. But I cannot be held responsible, and I cannot be held to ransom in a relationship. I believe in a magnet principle and could understand as a recovering codependent that I was a giver and I was emotionally soaked up negatively and blamed myself. Ross's book has and is empowering me. I feel I am gaining the tools to be better in the future. A great book and beautiful insights. Late 2015, I was struggling with a relationship I was in on a personal level. Having read books and articles on codependency and narcissism, and having major concerns that I was in a narcissistic relationship, I began the process of having cognitive dissonance and trying to make sense of the senseless around me. This original post from December the 24th, the day before Christmas Day, were reflections. I have noticed myself vacate the field around conflict, and some call that cowardice, but for me it's because of another reason. During my walks in nature, I see a uniformity, a beautiful design that works in unison. Where man has not touched, the natural pattern beats onward. I touch the leaves of plants and touch the bark of trees, and I feel that each walk I do placates me even more. For me, the grand design is love. Whether it is the wind rustling in the canopy of the trees or the cicadas in full voice, there is structure, a pattern so immense and complete. There is nothing incompatible. Our ways and our ways of living is incompatible with the planet. We make it incompatible. I read a staggering article that pits 85% of relationships fail, and at a core, an intrinsic incompatibility between two people. The answers for me will be during those hours of clarity within the natural realm. And I'll be back again with another video soon with part 4. Thank you.